Hey, radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ Family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.
If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
So last night was the Tom Brady roast on Netflix. Netflix trying to do more live streaming events, and it looks like it's a hit. It is one of the top trending topics this morning, people discussing all the celebrities that were there. I'll tell you this much, Tom Brady looks refreshed. Is that the right word? I mean, he looks like
great.
Maybe he's been getting some rest, or maybe he's just getting some rest.
Here's the thing everybody's talking about from the roast last night. The one moment that is the biggest moment of the night. Jeff Ross, who's kind of the roast master, was telling this joke, and you'll hear Brady get up and tell him that's enough. Listen.
So Tom became a Patriot, moved up to New England, and on the first day of training camp, that scrawny rookie famously walked into the owner, Robert Kraft's office, and said, "I'm the best decision your organization has ever made."
Now, here comes the line.
Would you like a massage?
Listen for Tom.
I love Robert Kraft. I love
that again.
Okay.
He got up and walked over and said, "Don't say that again."
Mm-hmm. I think he was trying to be funny. Because he moved his hand away so the mic could pick it up, and he was kind of smiling about it. But yeah, the story out is that he was going to stand up for Robert Kraft. I think he's trying to be funny.
And Robert Kraft was there and spoke, but he only said nice things. He didn't tell a bunch of jokes.
Yeah, it was good.
There were some brutal lines delivered.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart and Nikki Glaser in particular just roasted him over Giselle. And all that. It was funny.
It was good.
So is Robert Kraft married at the moment?
I think so.
I
think he's been married to the same woman many years.
Okay.
I believe.
So he's not a Kraft single?
I don't think so.
He is not a Kraft single.
I like that, though. He should be, just so he could use that line. I'm a Kraft single.
Yeah, he's been married since 2022.
He got a new wife.
His first wife died in 2011.
Oh, she died.
Yeah, I think.
Oh. Well, still, Kraft single.
That's a good line. Yeah.
Still solid. Congratulations to Mystic Dan for winning the Kentucky Derby over the weekend. Wow, what a finish on that horse race.
It was
incredible.
pretty spectacular, yeah.
I mean, all the noses, they said he won by a flared nostril was the line that I heard. I mean, it was a true photo finish. And very exciting, not knowing anything about horse racing, but they are spectacular animals. And I mean, those guys that ride them are equally talented.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
They're little guys.
Yeah, but they're
very
They
unbelievable
know what they're
talented.
doing. Yeah.
It is impressive to watch, for sure. Then there's this wild video of Madonna performing in Brazil over the weekend. 1.6 million people showed up to this free concert to see Madonna. Now, I thought, does Madonna have that many fans? Well, apparently the Rolling Stones did it also once. 1.4 million people showed up for that. So it's not Madonna's star power bringing the people out, but it was a free show, and still impressive to have 1.6 million people out on the beach to watch your show.
No doubt. You're doing something right that people decide, I'll go down and check that out.
Absolutely. So over the weekend, I got into a little DIY project that went horribly wrong. I'll tell you the story next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin. We're here with our friend Richard Toccato of the Richard Toccato Companies, and he's ready to save you some money, get you some money with an instant equity line of credit. How does that work, Richard?
Best product ever. We take a little bit of your information. We find out if you get an offer or not. If you get an offer, you can decide what you want to do. Get your money 4 days later. Pay off credit cards. Do home improvements.
I've done it. It's super simple. And again, Start to finish, 4 days, you get your money. HomeWithRichard.com is where you get the process started. It's HomeWithRichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
So over the weekend, a lot of people were out in the city of Charlotte, our area, for the Love and Life Music Festival. We sent a bunch of people there with free tickets through Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It was crazy. Taylor Swift did not show up. That was the big rumor that she was going to be there. She didn't show up, but it looks like everybody had a great time. I mean, Post Malone, Stevie Nicks, Noah Kahan last night. Tons of people were there. I loved watching the content. So we've got more great prizes outside of tickets. We've got this upcoming spa experience package from the Hyatt Centric that you can win for your mom for Mother's Day. All you got to do is play Ace TJ Prime Rewards on the Ace and TJ family app, so go get it today. Over the weekend, it was raining a little bit, and I hate when it rains on the weekend. It just bums me out. But a couple years ago, Ace was kind enough to give me a lawnmower, a push lawnmower, that he didn't need anymore because he didn't have a house anymore.
Right.
So he didn't need to mow any lawns. Yeah. Well, I was really appreciative to have it, and I love using it. And now I've built like a little fleet of lawnmowers. Even though I don't have much grass, I have 3 lawnmowers now.
Why do you have 3 lawnmowers?
I like them. I like playing with them. I like cutting the grass. It's just a new hobby of mine, and I kind of like when they break down a little bit. That means I can get in there and tinker with it and fix things. So I needed to swap out the carburetor this season on the lawnmower you gave me, Ace. So I'm watching a YouTube video, and I'm like, okay, I'm watching a bunch of YouTube videos about lawnmower repair, carburetor replacement. I'm like, this is great. But they all are using a different model than what I have. So when I finally tracked down a video of a guy working on this specific lawnmower, I thought, great. He's got dirt under his fingernails. I can trust this guy. Does all small engine repair. And I'm watching it. Before I even finished the video, I hit a like on it. I'm typing out a comment saying, thank you, A+, for the help. I appreciate it. This is exactly what I was looking for. At the end of the video, right as he wraps up the repair, I'm like, this is awesome. On his channel, he shows a swastika.
What?
Oh, no. What? I've already dropped a like on it. You know, I'm like writing a comment.
Oh, God.
He didn't mention anything about being a Nazi. So, do I not? I mean, it was great advice. Do I I got what I needed out of it. Am I not allowed to take I'm a Catholic, too, so this should hit. Catholics were persecuted during the second half of the Second World War. But it was great advice. I mean, do I not take the Nazi's advice because he's a Nazi? I don't think so.
Well, you
just don't put the like in the comment, then okay.
Well,
it's too late because you'd already viewed it. So you can't undo the view, but just don't like it or comment.
Yeah, I had already liked it like halfway through, but I was leaving him a comment, and then I was like, you know what, I won't do that. I didn't know you were...
Oh, my God. But what a great example of why you should watch it all the way through, because there's a million times I've done that and never watched the video all the way through.
So it just popped up at the end? Like Bob Barker and The Price is Right would do about the pets?
Yeah, kind of like my little sign-off. Like, hey, there's a swastika and some words that in a language that I didn't understand, but... shocking to say the least. You're talking about lawnmower repair. What are you talking about? Why are you telling people you're a Nazi? That's just not good business practices, I'm telling you. Oh my God. More next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Hey, it's Ace, and for a long time, we've told you about Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic, and how phenomenal a job they did helping me with my left wrist. Well, this is Neil. Neil Simler is a member of the Ace and TJ Radio family. Neil, you took the free consultation to have them check out your elbow and talk about what happened just when you went for the free consultation.
They were very straightforward and let me know that they weren't going to treat any of my ailments if they weren't 100% sure that they were going to be able to effectively help my issue. And once were they pushy with trying to get me to spend more money and do, the higher end shots.
Now, 3 months later, how do you feel?
I'm 95% better, if not 100%. It's just been one of the best decisions I've made. do yourself a favor, get out there as soon as possible.
Set up your free consultation today at acetj.com/neogenics. It's NEOGENIX. Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic.
The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first class cleaning with the Johnson Group.
Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
So, as you know, you might know, my name is Riggins, and I eat a lot of pasta. I could live on buttered noodles in some form for the rest of my life. Like, that's all you could feed me is spaghetti with like butter and Parmesan cheese. I'm set for life. Like, that's my thing. And I eat it way too much, as you can tell by looking at me, if you're watching on YouTube. But they could make me the face of buttered noodles. I mean, if somebody wanted to package the perfect buttered noodle in a bowl in the freezer section that you take home, like that would be, I'd be the face of that. That'd be perfect. The question is, what brand would you be the face of if you were famous? And not something that you're so like passionate. Well, I guess it is. Something that you enjoy all the time, you visit frequently enough, you know so much about, that you could knowledgeably tell other people about it. Now, Ace and TJ do commercials for a lot of different businesses and things like that, but you're not the face of the brand, really.
Right.
What is something you do so frequently, so passionately enough that they could consider you to be the face of the brand for it?
You think I could be the face of the brand of soft tortillas I eat all the time?
Absolutely.
It's a great example.
You're eating them numerous times a day, every day.
And peanut butter.
I would have said peanut butter, yeah, because you have an obsession. You're obsessed with peanut butter. But you do eat tacos, like anything can become a taco.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they a specific kind of tortilla?
Well, yeah, it's the those carb light. The brand starts with a T.
Okay.
It's that most common brand, whatever it is.
But they're like healthy tortillas.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be. I mean, it can be any kind of soft flour tortilla.
You'll take the regular tortilla.
Yeah.
Just the same.
All right. And I wouldn't hit a dog in the butt with a corn tortilla.
That's true, yeah.
I don't like those.
Would you eat a whole wheat tortilla?
Yeah, but I wouldn't like it like I do just a regular white flour tortilla.
Under protest, he would.
Yeah.
Ace, what's like something like that for you?
There's a brand of Cajun mixed nuts that I absolutely love. And the problem is I don't always have them in the house, because if I have them in the house, I would just eat them all.
Yeah.
And I have virtually no control over them. That I would easily be the face of that, or numerous energy drinks.
That's what I figured for you.
Yeah, either those would be like the main two, and I need to cut down on one of those two. I'll let you guess which one I need to cut back on.
Probably the energy drink. And Rob, I mean, you could be the face of Taco Bell, no doubt about it.
Yes,
I think. Sure. I mean, and you can speak about it knowledgeably too. So, what is it for you at the Ace TJ Show? What brand would you be the face of if you were famous? And tell us why. At the Ace TJ Show, we'll get your answers next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
All right, look at us back here again with Richard Toccato and the Richard Toccato Company. You like that, don't you?
Well, it's really Ricardo. I mean.
So we tell you all about Richard all the time, about what he can do for you, especially when it comes to this instant equity in your home.
Yeah, the instant equity thing is just awesome. You get an offer. I don't have to hard pull your credit. I don't even need your Social Security number. It's simple. We make you an offer. You can move it. You can, if you want to get less or you want to do the terms different. It's so easy. It's all electronic. You can close the same day. Get your money 4 days later. You know, we have a lot of listeners calling in, taking care of debt that way. We have people adding, backyard barbecues, whatever they need.
Now, listen to that. You call in, they set it up, your money's there 4 days later. It's all done essentially in 1 day, and you're just waiting on the cash. It doesn't get any better or any easier than that. And it all starts by going to homewithrichard.com. That's homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
Live each weekday on your radio, anytime you want, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Richard Toccato, sponsor of the Ace and TJ show. Love that guy. You guys are going to see him soon, aren't you? Or did you already meet up with Richard Toccato?
Well, hoping it'll be soon.
Hopefully soon. Whether you want to buy a home, refinance, open a home equity line, Richard Toccato can help you out. Homewithrichard.com, or just give him a phone call. He's awesome to work with. He's got a lot of options that the banks can't offer you. So homewithrichard.com. What brand would you be the face of if you were famous? If there was a buttered spaghetti noodle, that's the product I would be the face of. Rob obviously eats Taco Bell sometimes twice a week, 3 times a week. He'd be perfect for Taco Bell. TJ, those tortillas, he can make anything into a taco. Ace, energy drinks. Yeah. Nas, energy drinks.
Nas is my favorite, but it could be anything. It could be, I don't know, if someone were listening with Rowdy energy drinks, Kurt and Samantha Bush.
Oh, is that their brand?
That's their brand. Kyle, sorry, Kyle. And I said Kyle.
Yeah, you ruined it.
Oh, you ain't getting it now.
I'm sure it's all tied in then.
No.
I think maybe as far as a non-food product, the La Creuset cookware, that ceramic iron cookware, that stuff is so say that good.
Man, yeah, you can say that.
I love that stuff.
I know.
They sell a whole pallet of that stuff from Costco for like $50,000, and they just show up at your house with all that stuff, and then you'd be set. So, what brand would you be the face of if you were famous? And tell us why. Cassie says Red Bull. I've drank just one a day for over a decade.
Every day for over a decade.
A Red Bull every single day for a decade. Everyone knows me, knows Red Bull is my signature. Man, so 365 times 10. I mean, you crunch the numbers on that, thousands and many thousands of dollars just on Red Bull, because those things are not cheap. Let's see. That might be the only one we have. Well, you know what? Even if it's one, it's a good one. All the things you need to know coming up in Now Trending.
This is the Ace and TJ show.
It's been a debate here for years.
Does great furniture look good?
Or does it feel good?
Does it fit the style of the room good?
Or does it sit good?
Well, after years of debate
and years of research,
we've decided great furniture
is good fitting
and good sitting.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and get an Adirondack chair for just $279. In stock and ready to rock only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Create an unforgettable experience with the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com. Weddings, banquets, shows, expos, they do it all at the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com.
If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ show.
So congratulations are in order for a woman that just won the Indiana half marathon. 7,900 other runners in her field. She demolished the competition. Her name is Anna Rohrer. Now, what makes her interesting is that she also won it last year, but this year she is 23 weeks pregnant. Oh. And she outran 7,900 other people to win the half marathon.
What is 23 weeks? That's over 5 months pregnant. And she still just smoked everybody?
I think handily.
Even the men?
I believe it was just women.
Oh, okay.
Female runners, yeah.
That's awesome.
It's amazing.
I
couldn't believe it.
Incredible.
She said, I can't say I was expecting to win yesterday, but the Lord must have willed it. It's been a fun and strange training block trying to gauge how fast I can run while getting into better shape.
Let's calm down. The Lord did not will you to win a race.
How dare you?
You don't think?
No. The Lord wasn't against all those other people. The Lord gave her the ability to train and all that kind of stuff, and she did. But the Lord didn't pick her out to win the race. I don't think. That's just my opinion. The Lord didn't will her to win over all those other people.
You think she was saying that? What was her quote again?
The Lord willed me to win, didn't she say?
I can't say I was expecting to win yesterday, but the Lord must have willed it.
Oh.
It's been a fun and strange, and then she doesn't make any other reference to it. But I'll always love running and competing, but it can't even compare to the gift of motherhood. I thought that was really sweet.
Nice. Yeah. That's very sweet.
Yeah, I just liked I liked the quote, and I thought it was very impressive.
You don't think the Lord tripped some of those other girls?
No, probably not. But Mystic Dan won the Kentucky Derby over the weekend.
Love
a lot of
his
people
music.
were out there. Really good.
Love it.
Really good. And then did everybody see the story of the guy that ran into the White House barrier in his car and the driver was killed? So I feel like this is happening more and more. People trying to smash into that barrier or cross that barrier, and it never ends well for the person. So the Secret Service is investigating the fatal car crash. Happened late Saturday night around 10:45. A speeding car just crashes right into that and passes away. So crazy stories out there. The Tom Brady roast is the top trending topic at the moment, Tom Brady being the top trending topic. And a lot of people enjoy that. It'll be interesting to see if they do more live streaming events on the streaming platform. And those are a few things that are now trending.
If you have been applying for jobs, you think, man, this is not working out. My resume is not working for me. Oh, there's a new trick that you might want to try. This is wild. Coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
Meal delivery services are a big thing right now, but Table and Twine is your local meal delivery service. The meals are fresh, not frozen like national chains. Plus, their meals start at just $7.99 a serving. Take back that time in your day, leave the shopping, preparation, and cooking to Table and Twine. Get details at tableandtwine.com. That's tableandtwine.com.
Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ Show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
So you're trying to get a new job, and I didn't know this is how it works now. I haven't applied for a job in a long time, but this woman says there's a resume hack that's all over TikTok because it is apparently brilliant. And it all hinges on the fact that companies now use AI to filter out job candidates. So they get these resumes in, and an AI essentially looks for keywords and filters them down. So listen to her pretty fascinating hack.
A lot of employers are using AI to scan resumes before they even read them. The problem there is that AI will say you're not a good fit if the formatting isn't AI friendly. Sorry, I don't know how to make a resume AI friendly. Step one, you are going to highlight the entire job description and you are going to copy it, then paste it onto your resume. Then you're going to make that text super tiny and in white ink so it's not visible to the human eye, but to AI, it still sees it and it reads every key word that is there. So your resume looks like it's a great fit.
Isn't that cool? She essentially tricks the AI into pulling your resume out because it sees the keywords, but the keywords it's actually seeing are the words that were in the description of the job.
Wow.
And you just make it super tiny and white so nobody can see it. The human eye can't see it, but when AI runs the scan, it picks up every single word. It goes, oh, this is a great candidate. Let's pop it into the must-read pile for the humans.
It's very interesting. I just wonder why she has to read or do her instructions so loudly.
She's clearly excited about it. Very excited about it. Oh, and this is a wild story from, where is this? Near Abilene, Texas. It happened Thursday, but it went viral over the weekend. A storm chaser is out, and he sees a family of four. He's live on YouTube when this happens.
There's people. There's people. Get in! Get in the car! Get in the car!
Please, God, help!
Open the door. Get in.
Hurry!
Come on, guys. Right here. Get in.
Get in!
Get in.
Hey, get in, baby!
He saved every one of the members of the family and their dog. They all had to go to the hospital because they were injured. The son was thrown 25 feet. He was pretty banged up, but they're all now out of the hospital. Everybody's okay, and they say it's very possible he saved all their lives.
Wow.
If you believe that.
The
whole thing could have been staged.
You hear all that storm happening in the background. The whole thing could have been staged.
It all could have been AI chat boxes. You never know now.
You never know. You're right.
It's true.
Yeah. When was the last time you showed any emotion? Next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Hey, it's Ace, and for a long time, we've told you about Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic, and how phenomenal a job they did helping me with my left wrist. Well, this is Neil. Neil Simler is a member of the Ace and TJ radio family. Neil, you took the free consultation to have them check out your elbow and talk about what happened just when you went for the free consultation.
They were very straightforward and let me know that they weren't going to treat any of my ailments if they weren't 100% sure that they were going to be able to effectively help my issue. And once were they pushy with trying to get me to spend more money and do, the higher end shots.
Now, 3 months later, how do you feel?
I'm 95% better, if not 100%. It's just been one of the best decisions I've made. Do yourself a favor, get out there as soon as possible.
Set up your free consultation today at acetj.com/neogenics. It's Neogenix. Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic.
If you want all of the heating, air, and electrical work in your house done by the very best, then you need Bradham Brothers. They've been a family business thriving for over 50 years, and that means they're doing something right. Go to Bradham Brothers.
Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
My name is Ace, and I am teetering on the brink of an emotional breakdown pretty much every day. Got a lot going on. Thank you, Riggins, for clapping for that.
Hi, Ace.
But Friday, I was just flipping through TikTok, and something happened, and I just thought, what am I doing? There was a video, and I love this guy. He does these kinds of videos all the time. There's a guy on the side of the road, real quick. He's selling like socks in a parking lot or something. And the guy walks up to him and says, hey, excuse me, I was just going to get a pair of socks for my daughter. I don't have any money. Is there any way, could you do something for me? And the guy says, hang on, man. And he hands him, he goes, so just take these. Here's a pair of socks. Don't worry about it. He goes, I can go home and get some money. He goes, just take these to your daughter. Then as the guy goes to walk away, he goes, wait a minute. Forget that. Here, take all these. I got these extras. And he hands him a whole big stack of socks. Well, turns out the guy who came up looking for socks, it's all, it's a test, essentially. He then turns around and goes, hey, man, let me be honest with you. The first person who was going to be kind to me today, I was going to give him $1,000. So here you go. And he gives the guy who gave him the socks $1,000. And the guy breaks down crying about it. This is a blessing that he needed in life and blah, blah, blah. And it's so awesome to watch. So I'm watching this. And then I realize at the end of it, I am like just crying my eyes out at this thing because it's so cool and it's so kind and it's just a guy. It's two people just being super kind to each other and helping each other out for no other reason than this is what they feel like they're supposed to do. And I don't know if they're Christians or not, but it's certainly the most Christian thing you've ever seen. It's like two people just helping each other because they need help. It's really wonderful. And then I thought, I shouldn't be crying at this though, should I? I don't know. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's okay.
For a grown man to be sitting there just boo-hooing watching this TikTok. Like, that's weird.
I would cry watching that when I saw how much more response and followers and all that they have than we do.
Yeah,
I did.
That would make me cry.
I've stopped looking.
Somebody, doing a skit about giving socks to people and pretending like it's real.
Yeah, it did work. It worked on me.
But I'd be crying when I put on those cheap socks that you bought in a parking lot. Your feet all bloody. I'm sure they're not the nicest socks in the world.
So when was the last time you cried and why? Now, take out death. Nothing like that. Just tell it, like, how weird can it be? What was it? We'll get to him next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Our friend, the world-famous Richard Toccato is here with us. And thank you so much for reaching out to Richard. He's telling us all the time about how many listeners are reaching out and saying, hey, show me about that refi. And let's do some stuff like that. That's the way you put it, though. Show me about that refi.
Show me about that refi.
What you got about that refi? The cool thing is Ace has said, we have a lot of options, and we have I'm doing refinances for people. We have people down in Greenville, North Carolina. We have them all at the beach at South Carolina. We have them in Charlotte, And the main thing is to refinance, make their finances better, take the stress of every month. You know, if I save them $700 a month, $800 a month, it's a big deal for them.
Yeah, it's a real big deal. $700 a month. That's fantastic. And again, we've talked about this before. Richard's a broker. That's how he gets more options than a bank. He can do more. Just go to homewithrichard.com to get started. Homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
When it comes to buying or selling a house, you know, there are all kinds of people that can help you do that, but not like the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. They are so much more than just real estate salespeople. Find out by going to acetj.com/Temple team.
Live each weekday on your radio, anytime you want, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
When was the last time you cried and why? These are so all over the place. Like Doris, who said, watching military reunions on TikTok. That's why I quit watching them. I've gotten to where I skip them now when they surprise their kids. Like, nope, can't watch anymore. Amanda said, I received an email from a mom of a student I taught in the 3rd grade. It said he was graduating from the Naval Academy in Annapolis and wanted to invite me to the ceremony. That's pretty awesome.
That's very cool.
Sarah said, when someone expressed their gratitude for me yesterday. Amy said, yesterday, my friend's rugby team won their regional championship to make it to the National Final Four. That's pretty cool.
Good day.
When was the last time?
Good on ya.
When was the last time you cried, Riggins?
Oh, gosh. Probably watching a video.
Yeah. Rob, you're a crier. When was the last time you cried?
I teared up a little bit last night watching episode 3 of Star Wars.
I knew it was gonna be
They
something
massively mishandle Anakin, and he turns into a bad guy.
Spoiler alert.
That's what I was thinking.
Sorry, I thought everybody'd seen it.
Then there's Gary, who said, I cried when I paid $17 for a hot dog and a Coke at the Cincinnati Reds game over the weekend. God. Yeah.
I almost cried Saturday watching the official trailer for the movie Unsung Hero.
What's that about?
It is about a family from Australia that moves here to be singers, and they lost everything. It's a Christian-based movie. Lucas Black, our little friend from Alabama, is in it as well. It's from the same people that made the like I Can Only Imagine movies and stuff like that. Yeah, it's good. It'll be good.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's it called again?
Unsung Hero.
I'd like to check that out. Katrina said, last week when realizing my nephew had played his last baseball game.
Oh, guy, you got cut. That sucks.
Man, that's
that's a tough one.
Bless his heart.
Sorry, he didn't make the team.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Everything you need to know coming up in Now Trending.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
They say there are only 2 things certain in life: sweet deals at Sweet Dreams and taxes.
And only one of those is certain this month.
Which one?
The sweet deals at Sweet Dreams.
What about the taxes?
No sales tax the entire month of April at Sweet Dreams.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And don't call me Shirley.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and pay no sales tax during the month of April. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Our friend, the world famous Richard Toccato is here with us. And thank you so much for reaching out to Richard. He's telling us all the time about how many listeners are reaching out and saying, hey, show me about that refi. And let's do some stuff like that. That's the way he put it, though. Show me about that refi.
Show me about that refi.
What you got about that refi? The cool thing is Ace has said, we have a lot of options, and we have I'm doing refinances for people. We have people down in Greenville, North Carolina. We have them all at the beach at South Carolina. We have them in Charlotte. And the main thing is to refinance, make their finances better, take the stress of every month. If I save them $700 a month, $800 a month, it's a big deal for them.
Yeah, it's a real big deal. $700 a month. That's fantastic. And again, we've talked about this before. Richard's a broker. That's how he gets more options than a bank. He can do more. Just go to homewithrichard.com to get started. Homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
I didn't forget, today is National Nurses Day. Thank you, Suzanne, for letting me know. I was going to get to it. Got to cram a lot of things into Now Trending. So today is National Nurses Day. We're very appreciative of the nurses. They, I believe, built the pyramids, and they continue to do the Lord's work. So I didn't forget. I remembered.
Is it All Nurses Day or just Male Nurses Day?
It is all nurses.
Okay. Well, good.
Yeah. That would have been really ugly if it was just male nurses. So raising awareness of all the nurse contributions and commitments and acknowledge the vital role nurses play in society. Absolutely. Happy National Nurses Day.
Yeah.
Tom Brady is the top trending topic. They did the Tom Brady roast last night on Netflix. A lot of celebrities showed up. People booed Kim Kardashian. And it looked like she was genuinely hurt by that. I don't know why they were booing. She looked great. She showed up and she
can't boo somebody who looks great.
That's
against the law.
Trying to soften it up a little. They were. I thought those are adults. They're not like little kids just like boo. Those are adults.
Who's booing at a roast?
Yeah, and she was like, "Okay, all right, calm down, everybody." And then Kevin Hart, you could hear from kind of off mic, go, "All right, guys, what are we doing? This person has accepted the invitation to come to an event for free, and you want to boo them? These are adults." So anyway. Tom Brady is the top trending topic, and I will say he does look refreshed. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
A lot of jokes about Giselle and things like that last night at the roast.
About her being ugly.
About Giselle being ugly?
Yeah.
No, I didn't hear any of those. There were some good lines about her, though. I think it was Nikki Glazer who said, Tom Brady's got 7 rings, 8 if you count the one Giselle gave him back. There's a lot of that kind of stuff. It was fun. I think Snoop Dogg and T-Pain might be the coolest people in the world. They did this Lovers and Friends festival out in Las Vegas, and it was everybody. Every person you could think of in hip-hop was going to be there to perform over 5 stages on Saturday, and then they had to cancel it due to the weather. So thousands and thousands and thousands of people just had to go seek a refund. So what T-Pain and Snoop Dogg did, they were scheduled to perform. They went to one of these nightclubs around the pool and just started performing all their hits together, and then they were singing Journey songs together, all for free for the people that got left out of the concerts. And then they went to another casino and did the same thing for people just out at the pool, just running through like an hour of each of their hits. I mean, it was awesome.
That's pretty cool.
And they were having a really good time doing it, so it was fun to watch. And those are a few things that are now trending.
All right, we got to find out about controversy that happened with Rob's Nerd Card Tournament over the weekend. That's next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ Show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
All right, Rob, we don't have a whole lot of time in the segment, so we got to move quickly.
Okay.
You did your Star Wars Nerd Card Tournament in Richmond over the weekend that we've been talking about, and you played better than you did at the last tournament. You did a lot better, I could see on the internet. But somebody accused you of cheating?
Yeah, it was in my third to last round. So yeah, the fifth or sixth round. Either way, I was playing this guy. I beat him one game, and I was already thrown off by him because he took so long to play his turns. And then the next game, I was about to win the next turn, and he said that he called for a judge and said that I cheated.
Because he said you were changing cards that you shouldn't have been changing or something like that?
Right. So the way this game works, you at the beginning of a turn, one card from resources you have. So this guy said that I picked up a card from my resource row and then put a card from my hand back into that resource row.
And so he caused a scene, and judges had to come over and decide who's telling the truth and all that. And he got disqualified. He left, right?
He didn't leave, but he was reprimanded, and they gave him I don't know what they call it, but it's like a strike system, I assume.
Yeah.
So if he gets more of those, he can't play in any of their tournaments, and they're like the biggest card tournament company out there.
Yeah. So were they big tough guys that came over from security and all of that, or did they look like people that played in the tournaments?
You know damn well they didn't look like security guards.
Oh, they did.
No.
So what was the most common thing you saw throughout the entire competition?
Like I said before, there's so much dandruff.
Dandruff.
There were a lot of butt cracks in between seats. Like the chair backs only got the back, so you got the little window there.
Right.
And I can't remember what. There was one other thing I said, but I don't remember what.
But could you have taken the guy if he wanted to get physical?
I think so, and also nobody else around us was on his side, so I don't think I would have had to fight alone.
Yes, nerd fight.
So what did he look like? Was he a big guy or is he
was
scrawny?
A scrawny little dude.
Yeah.
And I even offered. I was like, "Hey, if it'll help, I'll discard my whole hand and I'll still beat you."
Oh, he's still.
He was about done. He was about to lose.
All right, now we got to find out how ratty the hotel was that Rob stayed in. That's next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Hey, it's Ace, and for a long time, we've told you about Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic, and how phenomenal a job they did helping me with my left wrist. Well, this is Neil. Neil Simler is a member of the Ace and TJ Radio family. Neil, you took the free consultation to have them check out your elbow and talk about what happened just when you went for the free consultation.
They were very straightforward and let me know that they weren't going to treat any of my ailments if they weren't 100% sure that they were going to be able to effectively help my issue. And never once were they pushy with trying to get me to spend more money and do, the higher end shots.
Now, 3 months later, how do you feel?
I'm 95% better, if not 100%. It's just been one of the best decisions I've made. Do yourself a favor, get out there as soon as possible.
Set up your free consultation today at acetj.com/neogenics. It's Neogenix. Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
All right, so Tech D Rob went to his card tournament, the Star Wars card tournament in Richmond, like he'd been talking about. He didn't win any of the money, but he did a lot better than he did in the first one. Had a little controversy. A guy accused him of cheating, but it was quickly settled by proving that Rob didn't cheat. But when Rob says that the place that they stayed in was not clean or something was wrong with it, it has to be bad because he can tolerate a lot of uncleanliness.
Yes, I certainly can.
So what was wrong with the hotel?
Well, the first thing, when we got in, it was hot in the lobby, hot in all the halls. So then I was like, well, I bet this room's going to be hot. But it turned out that wasn't the problem. The room did smell like smoke, which they're not a smoking facility. Mm-hmm. And I would assume they haven't been for quite some time.
But it still smelled like smoke.
It still smelled like cigarettes. And right before we were going to go to bed on the first night, the AC just stopped working.
Oh.
But it still showed that it was on. So my friend who was rooming with me looked up on YouTube how to hack the ACs in hotels because they're all the same unit. The ones that had the little flip up panel on the right. And we found out how to make sure that it would come on again and stay on. So we did that and it was perfect. So we hacked the AC.
Yeah. I mean, that's what nerds do. They do that kind of thing.
I was going to say, I never even thought of that.
And then either overnight or sometime during that same day, the elevator's buttons did not work on the floors. So we were on the 4th floor. So we have to go down the stairs to get out, which is not a problem, except for when we're trying to leave and we have a rolling cart. So they say, well, if you need us to call the elevator up to your room, that's fine. We can do that for you. I went to call them, and the phone was not working at all.
So it was dead. The phone was dead.
It didn't. No dial tone. I pressed all the buttons. Nothing.
Okay, and so you went Well, you couldn't get a luggage cart down the stairs.
The elevator would work from the first floor.
Yeah.
So
you had to walk
ran
down and get on. You can go back up.
I ran down, got the elevator, got it back up, and then we went down.
Oh man.
And we also found out that this place was basically an extended stay hotel when we got there because they don't advertise it as such.
Yeah.
But we saw a bill in the room from somebody else who was there for 2 weeks beforehand. So and they have a kitchenette, a dishwasher, a full fridge. So that's definitely an extended stay place, but they do not tell you that.
Well, I mean, they probably figure that the fact that planes are pretty much landing on the roof, it's so close to the airport.
Yeah, it didn't.
You might
doesn't bug
figure
me,
it out that it's not exactly a 5-star hotel.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
All right, look at us back here again with Richard Toccato and the Richard Toccato Company. You like that, don't you?
Well, it's really Ricardo. I mean.
So we tell you all about Richard all the time about what he can do for you, especially when it comes to this instant equity in your home.
Yeah, the instant equity thing is just awesome. You get an offer. I don't have to hard pull your credit. I don't even need your social security number. It's simple. We make you an offer. You can move. You can, if you want to get less or you want to do the terms different. It's so easy. It's all electronic. You can close the same day. Get your money 4 days later. You know, we have a lot of listeners calling in, taking care of debt that way. We have people adding, backyard barbecues, whatever they need.
Now, listen to that. You call in, they set it up, your money's there 4 days later. It's all done essentially in one day, and you're just waiting on the cash. It doesn't get any better or any easier than that. And it all starts by going to homewithrichard.com. That's homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
Live each weekday on your radio, anytime you want, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ Podcast and Radio Show.
So every day at, what time is it? 10 Eastern, TJ's podcast, as the kids say, drops with fresh new material. And it's always exciting and always ridiculously fun and interesting and all of those things. Like we have challenges with each other. Riggins and I do. Like the other day, not the one where we said which one would you date if they were the last person. There was another one.
Oh, about execution styles?
Oh yeah. Which execution style you would choose if you were going to be executed. I mean, big time stuff. Yeah. And then there will also be a new episode of TJ and Jody's House, my podcast with my wife. That is at some point today. I don't know exactly when that goes up for downloading and all. But we quarreled on this week's podcast.
Well, that'll be worth checking out.
We quarreled. No. And I'm sorry we quarreled. There's a movie from the 90s, a really scary movie about with Julia Roberts about a husband who abused her and kept her kind of like a prisoner, and he would always say that whenever they got into it. I'm sorry we quarreled. It was called Sleeping with the Enemy. If you ever want to see that.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody's talking about this Tom Brady roast. I don't like roasts. And it's not just because, like I've said before, where the comedians don't really know the people. They're just hired to come in and just, make up jokes about these people and try to embarrass them and all of that. But I think it borders along the lines of being mean.
Oh, it is. A lot of it's very mean.
I don't like that. It makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, all the jokes, it seems now, are how mean can we make them?
Yeah. And I don't know. To me, that's easy comedy. Mm-hmm. That's just easy.
I think about the Situation. They had the Situation roast somebody one year. That was bad because it was mean.
Do it.
It was mean, but it wasn't funny.
Yeah.
A lot of those people get away with that stuff because they're genuinely funny. But he was just like a tool, and people were like, "No, Situation, no, not for you."
Yeah, I would probably end up hitting somebody. Going after them, and I wouldn't be a good one on the roast.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Hey radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ Family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.